a race. Congratulations to Oscar Piastri for winning the Belgium Grand Prix, right, this year, right? And honestly, I was a little not disappointed with the race. I thought the battle between Verstappen and Leclerc was a lot more tame than I would have thought. And I wasn't as disappointed, but I wish that Leclerc could have maybe pushed the McLarens a little bit more. But it's just a test to how well McLaren have been this season and how well they have designed that car and how strong that car is compared to the rest of the competition, right? I mean, at the end of the day, those two were in a league of their own, even during the wet period at the beginning of the race. And then when we switched over to dries, right, they definitely still had the upper hand in both forms of conditions. So obviously, congrats to McLaren, congrats to Oscar Piastri. And let me know down in the comments, do you guys think that with this win, Oscar Piastri has extended his lead over Lando Norris, right? Is he in the driving seat? Is he in more of a favorable Lando Norris or Oscar Piastri should be the one to win the Drivers' World Championship this year? Or do you guys still think that there is still a heavy possibility for somebody else like the likes of Lando Norris to come in and challenge him? I personally right now am at a stance where I think we're getting to the tipping point where it's going to be almost odds on for Oscar Piastri to win the Drivers' World Championship, right? Maybe another win or two within the next 2 to 3 races, right? And I think Oscar Piastri is definitely the favorite, right? But moving on from McLaren, right? I did want to talk about Ferrari because you guys know I am a Ferrari fan. And here's what I had to say, right? One, I wish Leclerc could have pushed the McLarens more, and I wish the Ferrari was closer to the McLaren car, right? But I am pleasantly surprised and comfortable with the fact that Leclerc was able to hold off Verstappen and that the Red Bull, even with Verstappen's hands, right, it wasn't, at no point in the race did you really think that the Red Bull was going to make a hard push and have the ability to overtake Leclerc in the Ferrari. I think Leclerc looked comfortable, and right now, in terms of where we are in the season, I think fighting for the podiums, finishing on the podiums is great, and I think for where we are this season, right, I think that's perfect for now. And I did want to mention Lewis Hamilton because he was aggressive in the wet, and I think when we switched over to the dries, switching him early before the rest of the field onto the dries really gave him the perfect opportunity to come back through the field, right, and finish where he did. And I was pleasantly surprised with Lewis Hamilton. I think he does have pace in the Ferrari, and I think he does have. He's still the Lewis Hamilton that we know, right? And I just wish that maybe qualifying, maybe he'd get a little luckier in qualifying, right? Because I think had he finished higher in qualifying, I think he would have been up there with Verstappen, with Leclerc fighting for third place, fourth place, right? This race, right? But let me know your thoughts down in the comments about this race, and I can't wait to speak to you guys for the next race coming up. I shall see you guys next time. Peace, peace.